All right, so speaking of that and the show at Dorma, we of course had to talk with our good friends, Root Beer Mermentau, and it was actually odd how we got them, okay? We're talking to White Heat in the back room, which, by the way, thank you to Derek and Alyssa, because they make me feel like somebody special when I get to go to the back room and hang out with the band, because I know y'all don't let anyone go back there.
We really don't. I mean, it's pretty cluttered back there right now. I mean, it's still set up for that rummage sale that we sort of had.
But they let us go in there, we do our interviews, and I love it. And we're talking to White Heat, and then the garage opens, and I took a little pause, and Root Beer Mermentau come walking in with their crew, like their guys are with them, and I'm like, here it is, Root Beer Mermentau, and they both look at me like, hey, Brandon, what's up? What's going on? I'm like, I'm interviewing, White Heat. Let's get y'all in on this interview. So we have that for you right here on LA On Air. Check it out. Ray J here with you, LA On Air, sitting in the back room of Dorma with White Heat. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing good.
All right, so obviously tonight may be a big night as far as history of Dorma. How does it feel for y'all to be playing here? I think y'all said this was actually where y'all performed your first show?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's an honor. It's cool if this does end up being the last show. It's cool that we're on the bill, I guess, since we first played our first show here.
Yeah, it's great to see you back.
Yeah, good people.
Really awesome. Yeah. Always been super nice to us.
Always good stuff.
Yeah, they were cool for giving us our first show, kind of a debut. And we're happy to play here again. It's sad that maybe we won't be able to again.
When did y'all play here for the first time?
Middle of November.
Sorry, it was like mid-early November. Okay, November 15th. No, wait, no.
Something like that.
I think it was like the week before that. It was like November 9th or something.
The week before Gobble Gobble, something like that. Okay, cool deal. So explain y'all's type of music for me. Y'all kind of all chuckled for a second when I asked y'all before we started, but...
We like Ty Segall. Yeah, Ty Segall.
We're like rock and roll, I guess, for the most part.
Rock.
It's kind of like garage rock. Some of it's a little heavier.
Kind of punky.
Yeah.
A little psychic rock influences.
Yeah.
We just like to rip.
Yeah, we just like to rip. Rip!
And they basically described it as great music to drink to, so... I think most of our listeners would like that. So, how long have y'all been together? I know y'all's first show here was on the November 15th era.
I'd say probably since early September, so maybe 4 months.
Our bassist Ian joined like the end of October, actually. Like 2 or 3 weeks before the first show.
Yeah, I just kind of had to learn the songs and write some parts and make my adjustments. But
Get her done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, how rude of me. Go ahead and please introduce yourselves.
I'm David Reed.
And the instrument you play?
I play guitar. Ian McAdams, bass.
My name's Andy Grimion. I sing and play guitar.
I am Manch Cadwallader, and I play the drums.
Yeah, and Alyssa first pointed you out, and she's like, yeah, that's Manch, and she said your last name. I said, do I have to say his whole name? And she's like, no. I said, okay. And then I probably offended her, because she didn't laugh. I was like, they should nickname him Manwich or something, and she didn't crack a smile at all. She was like, yeah, you should go talk to him. I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to offend anybody tonight. But, so, how was it, how did y'all come together? I'm always interested to see how a band is formed.
So, me, Nick, and Manch, Nick from Root Beer Mermentau, had a band in Baton Rouge, I think last year. And then Nick moved back to Lake Charles, and me and Manch still wanted to have some kind of a band. And then Manch knew David, and they both knew Ian. And basically, we just played with 2 guitars and drums for a while until we finally got Ian, and then it was just a perfect fit. He likes all the same kind of music that we listen to.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
It was a huge hassle finding a bassist.
Yeah.
Ian was truly a godsend. He picked up on everything super fast.
I never played bass in a band.
That dude just rips.
First time
He just rips.
He rips for a living.
I don't play guitar and violin, so bass is new, but it's fun.
He has this curly hair like it's angelic, like literally he was sent from the clouds, God said. Well, there you go. I like the description too. So, how often do y'all get to come to Lake Charles? Is it pretty often, or?
My third time
This will be
here.
our third show. We only actually played one show.
We played once at Luna.
Okay.
We played more shows here than where we're from, the bass.
Really?
Yeah. We're still trying to get stuff.
You know what? That we talk about that all the time. Every band that I've interviewed, and of course y'all know Band of Foxes. Every band that we've interviewed, whether they're from here or New Orleans or Shreveport, it's a thing like it's your home base, so you actually don't get as much playtime there, or your fan base isn't as strong there. So we have some bands when they go to Texas, they are the it. Like you know, that's where their system is at. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to pause for a second while we open up the back garage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Root Beer and Mermentau walking in during our interview. How you guys doing? Hey, we're in the middle of an interview, so I'm glad y'all walked in, though. How appropriate of you. No, this is perfect. This is perfect. So we understand that you used to play with them back in Baton Rouge, correct? Uh-huh. And so what is it like, y'all? I mean, obviously we're talking about Dorma. This could be the last night, but of course we're going to rock it still. What is it like to be back here with all these guys and getting to play with a band from New Orleans?
I don't know, it's fun, dude. It's a good time.
Rip.
Reuniting with all your old buddies, getting all drunk, playing rock and roll. That's what it's all about.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves for me.
Root Beer Richie, Bobby Lee Mermentau. Together we are Root Beer and Mermentau.
Of course, so we love you guys. Please describe what you're wearing tonight. He's always very festive, and that's why I love to interview him.
Got on my captain's cap and my denims. It's Mario's favorite attire.
Lots of buttons.
Buttons, pins.
Excited to see y'all here. What does it mean to y'all? I know that y'all have a long history with Dorma. You can't escape. We have to finish first. He's running out on me. That's not cool. So, what does it mean to you, though, too?
I don't know. I'm very excited that if this does end up being the last time in Dorma, it means a lot to be able to be here and give it a proper farewell.
Play with them always.
Cool deal. Okay. And we interviewed them last time, and yeah, they were a lot of fun, especially this guy. We love him. He's crazy. They all laugh because they know it's true. They're like, yeah, that sounds just about right. Uh-huh. So anything else that y'all like to add, though?
Everything is rip.
All the time. I would like to say that if nothing else tonight, groove it, chum chum. Groove it.
Most of it.
Well, as you can tell, the party is about to get started here at Dorma, and regardless of what happens, as you can see, the passion from every band that plays here, I mean, it's real. You know, they love what they do, and they're doing it for a good time, and that's what we like, entertaining for the masses here at Dorma and in the Lake City. So hopefully next time we're in Baton Rouge, we'll be able to check out one of y'all's shows, too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, White Heat, ladies and gentlemen, right here on LA On Air. And, of course, our good friends Root Beer and Mermentau right here out of the Lake City. Look up White Heat, and you'll see it's musician/band. You'll see it on their page. And Root Beer and Mermentau, of course. Shout out to those guys. They did a great job, man. I mean, truly. And that was, I'm going to be honest, not just that it was a big night for Dorma. Obviously, everybody was just in celebration mode, you know, loving that night. But that was probably one of the best performances I've seen in a long time. Like, all of them are always great. But these guys really put their heart into it. The crowd was probably way more showing love to the band as they were playing it. I loved each moment of it.
Yeah, and it was it wasn't a somber moment or anything, but I think everyone was just, you know, in the back of their minds, it's like, you know what, let's really party tonight. And I think that those musicians had that in their minds too. It's like, you know what, if this is it, let's make this crazy. And they always make it crazy, but it was like crazy times 4 or 5, you know.
I'm going to say 10.
Million.
Okay. Yeah.
Million.
Yeah.
Billion dollars.
All right, Dr. Evil.
Yeah. No, but those guys are fantastic.
Right.
And
Totally.
they're writing more stuff every day, and I just can't wait to see what they have in store, because they're a fairly new band.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they played their second show at Dorma, and they've played several since then, and I feel like they're just one of our favorites. They're good friends of ours, and we wouldn't be there, you know, or we wouldn't have made it this far without bands like that, you know, and being able to have that communication with them and see them develop like that, it is great.
Well, shout out to White Heat, Andy, David, Ian, and Manch. We really appreciate you guys, and of course, Root Beer and Mermentau. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed having you on the show, and we look forward to the next interview with you guys. Send some music our way, would you? We'd appreciate that, so we can air that here on the show. Some of our listeners like to rock out, so yes, let's do that. Also, if you're a musician and you have radio edited music, you can submit it, of course, to LA On Air via laonairwithbrayj@gmail.com. MP3 format, please. No zip files or shared folders. Just send it to us. MP3. Easiest way to do it. We upload it on the show. And you can, of course, message us if you want to contact us. as far as how to get it on our online radio stations as well. We'll make sure to give you that information.